Live from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we continue with a terrific matchup in the divisional round. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. My partner Greg Olson set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from Cincinnati. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready? Start.
They'll run it for the first time with Case Brown. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6.
Gun. Start. Right 80. Start.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going to get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he is out of bounds at the 45. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, that's just a tough break here in the early going of this postseason, Mike. Everyone stresses the value of the ball, especially in the playoffs. Not only does that interception put an end to this drive, but it also gives all the momentum here early to their opponent.
County Lions. Panther 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's good.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he'll be taken down chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Cowboy 80.
One of the tight ends motions right.
Let go.
They'll try to run this one in. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second.
A little closer. Here's second and goal.
70 Timberwolf.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On one, ready? Here we go. 180. Wait, 11. Stop.
A first down throw for Burrow. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
180.
Second down. Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
180. 180.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. They find Brown out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup 10. It's a Cincinnati first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
180.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Now a 3rd and 2.
180. What is that? That.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That ball incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Shot. 180. What is that? Hunt. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Shot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's going to try it here again. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Tag. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover. And that's going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, right?
Here's a run. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
On 1, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. 12. 12. 12. Shot.
To throw is Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here we go. 180. What is that?
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. First and 10.
Here we go. 180. 180. 11, Thomas.
To throw is Burrow. That one caught by Tucker.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Gun. Stop. Can. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Stop. 180. Stop.
Now Brown. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. One quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. It's the Steelers with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Middle, he's got Tucker. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple.
Here we go.
Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Stop.
Here's Brown. And he's going to have the first down yard across the 50 to the 48.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first and 10, Burrow in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Here we go. Stop. 11. Stop.
Burrow to throw. Look at the big man go. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A huge play there for the Bengals. 37 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go. 180. Right up. Stop.
Burrow now. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He pulls it in around the 5. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Bengals first down.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Brown, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Over the top, he's got it. Jamar Chase, touchdown Cincinnati.
It is just so hard to play defense down this close to your own goal line. Of course, you have to be prepared for any sort of goal line run. But then these play-action passes down here are just so hard to account for everybody, and it's simply an easy pitch and catch and results in a touchdown.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Deputy Lions.
Finds Metcalf quickly on the RPO. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Lightning 18. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And we'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Pittsburgh.
Ready.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 19 Charger. 19 Charger. 60 Eagles. 6.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line for a 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and 4.
Ready. Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Steelers. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. To return is Tucker. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80, 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. 11, Thomas. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's left side to Tucker. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now, Burrow. Exiting the pocket right. A first down on the scramble. The gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing is Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Right 80. What is that?
A carry here for Brown. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up for a down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On the ground, it's Brown. A good run there to the 34-yard line. That is a first down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
I'm fine, ready? Here we go. Right 80. What is that? 11, 11, 11. That?
On first down, Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 33 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Here we go. 180. What is that? 11, 11. Stop.
A run on first and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. As they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal.
Gun. Got. Hey, can. 11, Thomas.
Back to throw. Burrow. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on 3rd and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
On 1, ready?
They say no to the field goal opportunity before halftime. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
180. It's hot. 12. Got.
They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Ready. 19, 18. Rocco 80.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass complete to Tompkins. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here. The 3rd quarter underway. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Dash Hill. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. He gets this one to Tucker. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 31, here is 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 180. 11.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On 1, ready?
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 180. What is that? 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Bengals cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Steady! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Steady!
Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
They'll throw out of the gun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's across midfield, and he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A gain there of 24 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Here we go! Here we go! 60 by 6! 60 by 6!
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now a handoff, running right. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
On one, ready? Here we go. Hey, can. Stop.
Now, Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go. White 80. Whitey's hot. Hey, motion. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll look underneath here for Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pick.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Can. Stop.
Second down, Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And that one's just too long to get going. He'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
That's good.
Here's first and 10.
First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Burrow to throw. That one finds Chase. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 6.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Gun. Stop. 180. 11.
On first and 10, Burrow. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
I'm one, right?
He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow now. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. Third down coming up.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws.
Here we go.
Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
This one hard, just past the pylon. Jamar Chase, touchdown Cincinnati. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Deputy Lions. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath him.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Nike 18.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. This will be returnable from his own 15. And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Now second down throw for Burrow. That's left side to Tucker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Can.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. 11. Under 10.
Burrow now to throw on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take it back to the other side of midfield.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
On one, ready? Here we go. 180. 11, Thomas.
Burrow here on second down. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Rolling right. He'll air one out for Higgins. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Roll, Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
On the jump.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Hawk 70.
Throwing now from the gun. This pass complete to Tompkins. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Cougar 19. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Fairbairn's able to add the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On first down, Burrow. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers are going to extend their lead.
17. Set to kick off.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First down throw for Burrow. Forced out wide. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and a long way to go.
Here we go. 180. 180. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Ready?
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's to the 10. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead.
17.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up.
Set to kick off.
On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go. Stop!
To throw is Burrow. Going for it all. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
10 at the
Gun.
21-yard line.
180. Place high.
Throwing is Burrow. Out to his right. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Stop.
Will try and pick this up by running option to the right. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the 1st down. And it sets up 4th down.
Here we go. Stop. Stop.
Back to throw. Burrow. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Alert. Let's go. 70 Lions. Go.
Going back in the backfield. They'll get the carry here. And Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll stick with him again. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Tackled back at the 30-yard
Panther
line.
60, Panther 60. Ready? 19, 18.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Into space. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 18, 11, Thomas.
Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 3rd down and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Now, Burrow.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs. The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
2nd down, Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. They get 21 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Burrow to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Burrow. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, Burrow. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Burrow now. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little, too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown. Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
There's no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.